Fear isn't about loud threats or aggressive words. It's about presence, the way you move, the way you look at someone, the energy you bring into a room. The most feared individuals aren't the ones who shout the loudest. They're the ones who don't need to speak at all. Your enemies don't need to hear your voice to fear you. They don't need to know your plans to feel uneasy around you. True power is silent. It lingers in the air. It makes people second-guess themselves before they even step in your way. If you want to make your enemies fear you without ever uttering a single word, watch closely. This is how you master the art of silent dominance. By the way, creating these videos takes a lot of time, research, and effort, and keeping the channel alive isn't easy. That's why I started my Patreon, so you can support the content you love and help me continue making it. For just $10 a month, you'll get exclusive behind-the-scenes content, early access to new videos, bonus content just for Patreon members, a chance to talk to me one-on-one. Your support helps me keep making high-quality videos and bringing you the best relationship advice. If you've ever found value in my content, joining Patreon is the best way to give back. Click the link in the description to join. Your support truly means the world. Now, let's get into today's topic. 1. Perfect posture. Command respect without a word. Before you even open your mouth, your body speaks for you, and weak posture screams insecurity. If you want to make your enemies fear you, you must master the art of perfect posture, because the way you carry yourself determines how the world perceives you. Stand like a king, move like a predator. The way you stand dictates the way people treat you. Never hunch your shoulders, never drop your head. The moment you shrink, you give away your strength. Instead, stand with your spine straight, shoulders back, and chin level. Your stance should be firm, as if you belong, because if you look like you don't belong, the world will treat you that way. Stand like a ruler surveying their kingdom, not a nervous pawn waiting for permission to exist. When you walk, move with intention. Every step should tell the world, I know exactly where I'm going. Stillness commands attention. Most people can't stay still. They fidget, cross their arms, tap their fingers, small signs of anxiety they don't even realize they're showing. But stillness commands attention. When you stay perfectly still in a chaotic environment, you stand out. You project a level of control that makes people take notice. They begin to wonder, why isn't he nervous? What does he know that I don't? Slow, deliberate movements. Rushed movements signal uncertainty. The desperate move quickly because they fear they'll lose control, but those who are truly powerful take their time. Every step, every turn of the head, every gesture, it should all be measured, deliberate. Move as if the world will wait for you. Efficiency is power. The less you move, the more dominant you appear. Every unnecessary motion is a crack in your armor. Command space without apology. The powerful never shrink. They never hesitate to take up space. They own their environment. If someone steps into your personal space, do not step back. Hold your ground. Make them feel like they are the ones intruding. Small body language speaks volumes. Never cross your arms protectively. Never fold into yourself. The more space you own, the more control you have. Know when to break the rules. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance. Stand tall, but never look like you're trying too hard. The goal is to be effortless, to make dominance look natural. Power is not in movement. Power is in knowing that you don't need to move. Your posture shapes your mindset. Your mind follows your body. When you stand strong, you feel strong. When you move with purpose, you think with purpose. This isn't just about how others see you. It's about how you see yourself. The body leads and the mind follows. If you want to feel unshakable, start by standing like you already are. Final scene, the silent king. Before a single word leaves your mouth, your posture has already spoken for you. Make sure it speaks of dominance, control, and quiet power. Master your posture, and your enemies will feel your presence long before you ever need to speak. 2. Stay silent. Stay mysterious. Make them fear the unknown. The loudest person in the room is usually the weakest. They try to prove something. They talk too much, hoping their words will make them important. But true power lies in silence. When you speak less, people pay attention to every word you do say. When you reveal little, they fill in the gaps with their own fears and assumptions. The unknown is terrifying, and that's exactly why silence is your greatest weapon. Why people fear silence. People fear silence because it forces them to think. It creates uncertainty, and in uncertainty, fear grows. Most people can't handle the unknown. They feel the need to fill the air with words, to make sure others understand them. But when you stay silent, when you refuse to explain yourself, you force them to create their own narrative about you. And that narrative will often be more powerful, more intimidating than anything you could have said yourself. Silence makes people uncomfortable. It makes them feel exposed. Use it to your advantage. Only speak when necessary. When you speak only when necessary, your words gain weight. People listen more intently because they know that when you talk, it matters. The more you talk, the less valuable your words become. The less you talk, the more people want to hear what you have to say. Choose your words wisely, and they will carry far more power than 1,000 meaningless sentences. Make them wonder what you're thinking. When people don't know what you're thinking, they fear what you might do next. Never reveal everything. Keep them guessing. A man of few words is a man of mystery, and mystery is power. The greatest men in history were not the ones who spoke endlessly. They were the ones who made every word count and who left much unsaid. How to master the art of silence. 1. Pause before speaking. Most people respond too quickly. They fear silence and rush to fill it. But when you take your time, when you pause before speaking, you create tension, and tension commands attention. 2. Let others talk themselves into weakness. People hate silence. They will say things just to break it, even things that work against them. Let them talk. Let them reveal their insecurities. Let them expose their weaknesses. Then, when the time is right, strike with a single well-placed sentence. 3. Use short, powerful sentences. Long speeches are forgotten. Short, direct statements stick in people's minds. Say less, mean more. In conflict, silence is a weapon. It makes your enemies nervous. They expect you to argue, to defend yourself. But when you give them nothing, they begin to unravel. When you do not react, when you remain still and composed, it creates doubt in the minds of your enemies. They wonder, why isn't he afraid? What does he know that I don't? Your silence forces them to fight their own thoughts, and often that is a battle they will lose before the real one even begins. Never explain yourself. Explaining yourself is a sign of weakness. The moment you justify your actions, you give others power over you. Let them wonder. Let them assume. Let them fear what they don't understand. The less you reveal, the more powerful you become. Final scene, the silent shadow. Stay silent. Stay mysterious. Let them fear the unknown, because in the end, he one who speaks the least often holds the most power. 2. Stay silent. Stay mysterious. Make them fear the unknown. The loudest person in the room is usually the weakest. They try to prove something. They talk too much, hoping their words will make them important. But true power lies in silence. When you speak less, people pay attention to every word you do say. When you reveal little, they fill in the gaps with their own fears and assumptions. The unknown is terrifying, and that's exactly why silence is your greatest weapon. Why people fear silence. People fear silence because it forces them to think. It creates uncertainty, and in uncertainty, fear grows. Most people can't handle the unknown. They feel the need to fill the air with words, to make sure others understand them. But when you stay silent, when you refuse to explain yourself, you force them to create their own narrative about you. And that narrative will often be more powerful, more intimidating than anything you could have said yourself. Silence makes people uncomfortable. It makes them feel exposed. Use it to your advantage. Only speak when necessary. When you speak only when necessary, your words gain weight. People listen more intently because they know that when you talk, it matters. The more you talk, the less valuable your words become. The less you talk, the more people want to hear what you have to say. Choose your words wisely, and they will carry far more power than 1,000 meaningless sentences. Make them wonder what you're thinking. When people don't know what you're thinking, they fear what you might do next. Never reveal everything. Keep them guessing. A man of few words is a man of mystery, and mystery is power. The greatest men in history were not the ones who spoke endlessly. They were the ones who made every word count and who left much unsaid. How to master the art of silence. 1. Pause before speaking. Most people respond too quickly. They fear silence and rush to fill it. But when you take your time, when you pause before speaking, you create tension, and tension commands attention. 2. Let others talk themselves into weakness. People hate silence. They will say things just to break it, even things that work against them. Let them talk. Let them reveal their insecurities. Let them expose their weaknesses. Then, when the time is right, strike with a single well-placed sentence. 3. Use short, powerful sentences. Long speeches are forgotten. Short, direct statements stick in people's minds. Say less, mean more. In conflict, silence is a weapon. It makes your enemies nervous. They expect you to argue, to defend yourself. But when you give them nothing, they begin to unravel. When you do not react, when you remain still and composed, it creates doubt in the minds of your enemies. They wonder, why isn't he afraid? What does he know that I don't? Your silence forces them to fight their own thoughts, and often that is a battle they will lose before the real one even begins. Never explain yourself. Explaining yourself is a sign of weakness. The moment you justify your actions, you give others power over you. Let them wonder. Let them assume. Let them fear what they don't understand. The less you reveal, the more powerful you become. Final scene. The silent shadow. Stay silent. Stay mysterious. Let them fear the unknown, because in the end, he one who speaks the least often holds the most power. 3. Carry an aura of purpose. Most people drift through life, unsure of where they're going. They hesitate, they wander, and because of that, they are easily ignored. But when you carry an aura of purpose, when every movement suggests that you know exactly where you're going, people take notice. They don't question you, they don't challenge you, they respect you, even fear you, without ever knowing why. Why purpose commands. Fear. Purpose is intimidating. It signals confidence, control, and an unshakable belief in yourself. When your enemies see that you move with certainty, that you never hesitate, they start to question themselves. They wonder, What does he know that I don't? What is he planning? How is he so sure of himself? People defer to those who move with purpose. When you walk like you belong, the world will treat you like you do. The power of intentional movement. Scene. A high-powered CEO enters a conference room. He doesn't fidget, doesn't glance around anxiously. He moves directly to his seat, places his hands firmly on the table, and waits. The entire room falls silent, waiting for him to speak. Every movement should have intention. If you fidget, if you hesitate, if you move without direction, you expose uncertainty, and uncertainty is weakness. Instead, master stillness. Move only when necessary. When you walk, walk like you have somewhere important to be, even if you don't. When you sit, sit with authority. When you turn your head, do it with purpose, not hesitation. Master the art of walking with purpose. How you walk determines how people perceive you. The weak shuffle their feet, hesitate before entering a room, look around nervously. The powerful move as if they own the ground beneath them. Rules for walking with purpose. Keep your chin level, never look down at the floor. Take steady, confident strides, never rush, never hesitate. Don't weave or dodge, let others adjust to you. Walk in a straight line, as if you are being pulled toward your destination. When you walk with purpose, people feel your presence before you even say a word. In high-pressure situations, most people break. They panic, they react, they lose control. But those who move with purpose remain calm, even in the midst of chaos. This is why purpose is feared. It suggests that you are always in control. And when others lose their composure while you remain unmoved, they begin to see you as something beyond them, something stronger, something untouchable. Your mindset shapes your presence. The way you move is a reflection of the way you think. If you believe in yourself, if you see yourself as powerful, your body will follow. Confidence starts in the mind, and once it takes hold, your posture, your walk, your presence will transform. Others will see it, and they will respect it, even fear it, without knowing why. How to cultivate an aura of purpose. 1. Have a mission, even if it's just for show. People with purpose don't wander. Even if you have nowhere important to be, act as if you do. If you look like you know where you're going, people will assume you do. 2. Stop seeking validation. The need for approval weakens you. Those who move with purpose do not look around for validation. They do not seek permission. They simply act, and the world adjusts to them. 3. Control your reactions. Those who have purpose do not overreact. They do not get emotional. They remain composed because they know exactly who they are and what they stand for. Let the world try to shake you. Remain unshaken. The world respects those who move with certainty, who carry themselves with unshakable belief. When you walk, when you sit, when you stand, do it with purpose, because purpose is power, and power is feared. 4. Cultivate a powerful reputation. Reputation is power. It follows you. It speaks before you do. It makes people think twice before crossing you. A powerful reputation isn't built on empty words. It's built on action. And once you have it, you'll never need to raise your voice. The mere mention of your name will be enough. Why reputation creates fear. Fear doesn't start with physical power. It starts with perception. If people believe you are powerful, if they believe you are dangerous, they will treat you accordingly, even if they've never seen you fight. The most feared individuals in history didn't have to announce their power. Others did it for them. They cultivated a name that carried weight, a name that made people hesitate, a name that controlled rooms before they even stepped inside. Your name should carry weight. Your name should carry a presence of its own. When people hear it, they should react. Some with respect, some with fear, but never with indifference. Powerful people don't introduce themselves. Their reputation does it for them. The rules of a powerful reputation: 1. Never boast. Let others speak for you. The loudest man in the room is rarely the most dangerous. If you have to tell people you're powerful, you aren't. Let your actions build your reputation. Let others whisper about you. That's where true power lies. When you build a name based on action, not words, your silence becomes more intimidating than another man's shouting. 2. Keep your circle small and loyal. Your reputation isn't just about you, it's about who stands beside you. Weak men surround themselves with many. Strong men surround themselves with a few. But those few are unshakable. Powerful people don't need to explain themselves. Their actions and the loyalty of their circle do it for them. 3. Never let anyone see you sweat. Reputation is built on control. The moment you show fear, the moment you show desperation, your power begins to fade. If people see you as unshakable, they will believe you are unstoppable, and belief is everything. 4. Be unpredictable. Keep them guessing. Predictability is a weakness. If people know exactly how you'll react, they can control you. But when you're unpredictable, when no one knows what you'll do next, they hesitate, and in that hesitation, you hold power. The unknown is terrifying. Become the unknown. 5. Handle disrespect, swiftly and silently. Your reputation is built on how you handle disrespect. Ignore it, and you appear weak. Overreact, and you appear insecure. But if you handle it efficiently, without words, without warnings, people will think twice before challenging you again. True power is silent. Your enemies should fear consequences, not empty threats. A reputation that outlives you. Some men build wealth, others build empires, but the truly powerful build legacies, and legacies are built on reputation. When your name is spoken in hushed tones, when your legend grows even in your absence, that is when you know you have mastered the art of silent power. A man with no reputation is invisible. A man with the wrong reputation is a joke. But a man with the right reputation, he doesn't need to say a word. His name is enough. Build yours wisely. Let it walk ahead of you. Let it do the talking, so you never have to. 5. Dress with purpose. Before you speak, before you make a move, before anyone even knows your name, they judge you by how you present yourself. Your clothing, your posture, your grooming, all of it sends a message. A man who dresses with purpose is a man who commands respect without saying a word. The weak ignore this. The powerful understand that appearance isn't vanity, it's strategy. Why dressing with purpose creates fear. Your appearance shapes perception. If you look like someone important, people will treat you as such. If you dress with precision, with purpose, people will assume you are precise in all areas of life. Your enemies should never see weakness in your presentation. They should never see sloppiness, uncertainty, or carelessness. The way you dress should make them second-guess themselves before they even approach you. Power isn't just in words or actions. It's in how you carry yourself. And your clothing is a weapon that speaks before you do. People associate sharpness in appearance with sharpness in the mind. The more put together you look, the more competent and dangerous you appear. The disorganized, the messy, the sloppy, they are ignored or underestimated. The well-dressed, the disciplined, the precise, they are feared. Most people don't think about what they wear. They throw on whatever's comfortable, whatever's easy. But those who understand power, they use clothing as a tool, a uniform of dominance. Rules of dressing with purpose. 1. Fit is everything. Never wear anything that doesn't suit you. A powerful man's clothes fit perfectly. Not too tight, not too loose. Whether it's a suit, a jacket, or even a simple t-shirt, everything must look like it was made for you. Sloppy fits signal carelessness. Precision in clothing signals precision in life. 2. Stick to dark, bold, or neutral colors. Black, navy, gray, deep red. These colors signal power, mystery, and control. Bright, overly vibrant colors. They scream desperation for attention. A man in black is a shadow in the room. He commands attention without demanding it. A man in deep red exudes quiet confidence. A man in navy or gray projects stability and dominance. Choose your colors wisely, because they will shape how people perceive you. 3. Shoes. Tell a story. Make sure it's the right one. The first thing many people subconsciously judge: your shoes. If your shoes are worn out, dirty, or cheap, they assume the same about you. But if your shoes are well kept, sharp, and intentional, they assume the opposite. A man with sharp shoes is a man who pays attention to details, a man who controls every aspect of his image. 4. Accessories should be minimal but powerful. Powerful men don't over-accessorize. They don't need to show off. One strong, well-chosen accessory, a sleek watch, a sharp ring, a well-fitted jacket, says more than 1,000 flashy items ever could. Minimalism exudes control. It shows that you don't need excess to be noticed. 5. Always be the best-dressed man in the room. When you are the best-dressed man in the room, people take you seriously before you even open your mouth. It's not about showing off. It's about establishing your position before the conversation even begins. It's about setting yourself apart, not by talking, but by existing. The final test: how to know if you're dressed with purpose. Before you leave the house, ask yourself, if my worst enemy saw me right now, would they respect what they see? If the answer is no, change, adjust, elevate. You should be prepared to face anyone, anywhere, at any time without hesitation. 6. Slow, deliberate movements. Speed is for the weak, the uncertain, the desperate. The powerful do not rush. They do not fidget. They do not react impulsively. They move with purpose, with control, with precision. Because when you master slow, deliberate movements, you don't just control yourself, you control the entire room. Why slow movements signal power? Nature reveals the truth. The predator moves slowly. The prey moves quickly. When you rush, when you fidget, when you react impulsively, you expose weakness. You reveal uncertainty. You show that you are not in control. But when you move deliberately, when every action is intentional, you force others to react to you, and in that reaction, they reveal their fear. The psychology of deliberate movements. Most people move too much. They fidget, they shift their weight, they tap their feet. Every unnecessary movement screams nervous energy. But the man who remains still, the man who moves only when necessary, he dominates the space without a word. When you slow your movements, when you master stillness, you create tension, and tension breeds power. Rules of slow, deliberate movements. 1. Never rush. Let the world adjust to your pace. Powerful men do not hurry. They do not run to catch up. They move at their own speed, and others follow. When you slow down, you project confidence. When you make others wait, you signal importance. You are not on their time, they are on yours. Make them wait, make them anticipate, and when you finally move, they will feel it. 2. Control your gestures. Move with precision. The more controlled your gestures, the more powerful they become. Do not fidget. Do not make unnecessary movements. When you do move, do it with intention. A slow nod, a measured glance, a single raised eyebrow. These are more powerful than 1,000 frantic gestures. 3. Walk like a king. Command the room with every step. A man's walk reveals his mindset. The weak shuffle, the uncertain hesitate, the fearful dodge and weave. But the powerful, they walk as if the world will make way for them. Walk with steady, even strides. Keep your shoulders back, chin level. Never break your pace for anyone. When you walk, own the ground beneath you. Move as if you are exactly where you are meant to be, and the world will believe it too. 4. The power of stillness in conflict. In conflict, silence is unsettling, stillness is terrifying. When someone yells at you, they expect you to react. When they insult you, they expect a response. But when you give them nothing, no movement, no change in expression, it unnerves them. It makes them feel powerless. The moment you react emotionally, you give them control. The moment you remain still, they begin to fear you. 5. Use the pause. Make them wait for your next move. A well-placed pause is more powerful than an argument. Most people fear silence. They rush to fill it. But when you control the silence, you control the conversation. Before answering a question, pause. Let them wait. Before making a move, pause. Let them wonder. Before delivering a verdict, pause. Let them feel the weight of it. Final scene: the man who controls the room. When you control your movements, you control the space around you. When you move with precision, you force others to react to you, and when you master stillness, they will fear what they cannot predict. Power isn't just in what you say, it's in what you don't say. It's in the way you move, the way you look, the way you command a room without ever raising your voice. The weak rely on noise, the strong rely on presence. If you carry yourself with purpose, if you master silence, if you sharpen your reputation until it speaks for you, you won't need to make threats. You won't need to seek respect. It will already be yours. True fear isn't loud. It doesn't beg for attention. True fear is unspoken. It lingers. It spreads. It makes them wonder. And in the end, the most powerful men in history weren't the ones who talked the most. They were the ones who made the world listen, without ever needing to speak.